the Atlantic, and they got close to Europe, and then they hit another ship. And their ship went down within 12 minutes. Anna survived. The 4 daughters did not. They were lost at sea. Anna went on into Europe, England, I presume, and she telegraphed her husband and said, "I've lost our daughters, come quick." So he booked passage and sailed towards Europe to be with Anna, console her. And as they were sailing, the captain knew of Horatio's loss. And as they got to that spot where that ship had gone down with these 4 daughters, the captain pointed it out to him. "This is where you lost your 4 daughters." And this is an amazing part about music, Horatio. He was a bit of a poet, and he wrote the song, "It Is Well Within My Soul." We sing it today. "Peace like a river attendeth my way. Sorrows like sea billows roll. Whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul." Music, it can heal us, inspire us, bring us together also. Now, would you say with me the statement of being? It's on the TV screen, and those at home, you can repeat with us and recite with us. God is all, both invisible and visible, one presence, one mind, one power is all. It's one that is all, is perfect love, and perfect substance. I am the individualized expression of God, and am ever one with this perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. Joy, please. Music.
Music has the power to heal and bring us together, and that's what we're going to do right now. So this is a song I learned from a friend. It's originally from Africa, from Cameroon, and the words are very simple. It's Bele Mama, just over and over again, Bele Mama, which means call mama. And so it's for like if you're getting ready for a celebration and you say, call mama to the party. So it's a celebratory song, and it's just beautiful. So I invite you to sing it with me, and you can also clap it with me if you don't want to sing. And I'm going to find my note. There we go. You got it. You got the rhythm. And I invite you to sing with me. Once you pick it up, it's very simple. Bailey mama, Bailey mama, eh. Bailey mama, Bailey mama, eh. Bailey mama, Bailey mama, Bailey mama, Bailey mama, Bailey mama, Bailey mama, eh. Bailey mama, Bailey mama, eh. Bailey mama, Bailey mama, eh. Bailey mama, Bailey mama, Bailey mama, Bailey mama, Bailey mama, Bailey mama, eh. Bailey mama, Bailey mama, eh. Bailey mama, Bailey mama, eh. Bailey mama, Bailey Bailey mama, Bailey mama, yeah.
Joy always brings us a fun experience and a very spiritual experience. Thank you, Joy. Thank you for sharing with us. Now's the time that we call it our healing meditation. It's an important part of the service, might be the most important part. Those that are at home, well, I invite you to pray with us. Right where you're sitting, you can put your coffee cup down. Right where you're sitting, just take a deep breath. Let's get quiet. Let's take that deep breath. Oh, that life-giving air, the oxygen. As we quiet our minds down, we try to relax and release our muscles. We carry way too much tension. For these next minutes, let's just leave it behind, okay? If you came to the church today, just leave it at the door, whatever it was. If you're at home, just leave it. Release. Breathe. Father, I am so thankful for working in our lives. I'm so thankful that you offer your love to us. We don't earn it, Father. It's freely given. It's like that river that flows, it never ends. That wonderful, wonderful love. We sometimes come across fearful events, I know, in our world. Oh, I can think of a few. But Father, that love, if we concentrate and we have our eye on that love, that replaces all fear, all anxiety, all depression, all lost hope. We recognize your love. Thank you, Father. We are grateful. In Matthew, it says, where two or three are gathered in my name, I am there. And I know and feel the Spirit, that divine Spirit, in this room right now, I declare it. In these next 90 seconds, I invite you to go within, in your own inner voice, to commune with God just a little bit deeper. Beginning now. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Thank you for that promise, Father. And it is so. Amen. We've discovered in this church the beautiful Nora Lord's Prayer. For those at home that have never heard it before, please recite with us and try to feel the words as you speak the words. Our Father, who is everywhere, your name is sacred, your kingdom is come. Your will is throughout the earth, even as it is throughout the universe. You give us our needful bread from day to day, and you forgive us our offenses, even as we forgive our offenders. And you let us not enter into materialism, but you separate us from error. Because yours are the kingdom, the power, and the song and praise, from all ages, throughout all ages, sealed in faith, trust, and truth, and love, I might add. I was telling Wendy, today it's a message. Well, I had to change everything around. I did have a joke I was going to start out the service with, and Wendy said, "Doug, that's awful. It's just awful. You can't share that. That's awful." So I had to put that one aside. And then I was going to start out my message this way today, and I was in slumber last night, and I woke up, I don't know what time, 3-ish or something. I thought, that's not what I want to do. I want to do it this way. So it's a day of change. And we're going to be talking about lonely places. You know, you can be in a crowd and be lonely, can't you? I have. You can be married and be lonely, can't you? Yeah. You can be around a group of people and be lonely. You can be by yourself and be lonely. Oh, let me tell you a little story. I like stories. Her name is Suzanne Haywood. She just wrote a book called Wave Runner. Here it starts in England. She's 7 years old. Her father and her mother, they're married, and she has a younger brother named John. He's 1 year younger. And her father comes up with a magnificent plan. Let's buy a yacht or a sailboat, and let's follow the pirate Cook's voyages for 3 years. Let's do that. Well, it seemed like a wonderful idea, except for Suzanne didn't think it was so good. You know, she's going to have to leave her dog behind, which she loved dearly, and she's going to have to leave all of her friends behind. But her father promised her just 3 years. Think of the opportunities, think of the privilege. Well, they went on this excursion. Her mother did not really take to it well. She slept a lot. And Suzanne tells us that it really wasn't what she thought it was going to be. You see, they worked the children like they were hired hands. She had to work 6 hours a day cleaning the deck. She says she did it till her hands became raw. And she had to take a watch at night for 3 hours. And she had to do most of the cooking and cleaning. And her mother just sort of retreated and retreated. And it later turns out that her father really was a narcissist and that was all his idea. And this just didn't really go out well for her. Her mother tried to homeschool her for a little while, but she gave that up. So here we have a young lady who now is 10, and she knows she's not coming back home for a while. She's been at sea for 3 years. So she's worried about her own education. So she starts writing to correspondence schools going, I want to correspond with you to help my education. And they did help her some. She would write out what she was going to do, the lesson plans, and she would plan on the next port that they were coming to that they could mail the new plans to, the new correspondence, and then she would mail it back. Well, that worked a little bit, except for if for some reason they didn't get to that particular port, then the correspondence was just lost. Wow. She spent a decade on that boat. She's 16, 17 years old now. No friends. Her father probably didn't speak to her much. To study any, she had to go hide behind the sails on the small yacht, sailboat. When they pulled into ports, she realized that the only people that she saw that were adults were the immigration officials or maybe a port master or something, and they didn't seem to care much about a girl. So she felt all alone. And she knew there was one way out. She had no passport, no money, nowhere to even go. She came up with an idea. I'm going to write to universities and try to get into a university. Well, she wrote to Harvard. She called it Harvard of America. And she wrote to every university or college she could think of. No one would even reply. But Oxford did. Oxford replied. And she got into Oxford. She got off the boat, got into Oxford. And she said the first year there was horrible, because she didn't know how to interact with people. Lonely. She didn't know how to have friends. She was lonely. But slowly, she became acclimated to people. And I could go on with what I want to talk about our message today, but I'm going to finish the story for you because sometimes I don't finish the stories. She went on to Cambridge University. She got her PhD. She has 3 children today. She worked for the government. Then she worked for McKinsey and Company. Very, very, very successful lady. She healed. Okay, we know about her now. Suzanne Haywood, her book, Wave Runner. Talking about lonely places today. Let me just read, I'm just going to read 2 verses here in Mark 1. Very early in the morning, while it was still dark, that's what I do. Jesus got up and left the house and went off to a solitary place where he prayed. Simon, Peter, and his companions went to look for him. When they found him, they exclaimed, "Everyone is looking for you." And Jesus replied, "Let us go somewhere else to the nearby villages so I can preach there also. That's why I have come." So he traveled throughout Galilee, preaching in their synagogues and driving out demons. I thought this was interesting. I will start out now. Jesus is hiding from his own disciples, isn't he? if you never disconnect from the world in your own life, you will always have the agenda from the outside world. Jesus knew that. He disconnected. He would go pray alone. Jesus got up early to pray. You know, you don't have to spend your time looking at everyone else's screenshots or purposes in life. They feed us entertainment, don't they? They feed us entertainment now 24 hours a day. And most of it's based on fear or opinions or anxiety or depression. Craziness. And if we listen to too much of that, we will become numb to what really matters. Did you notice here? I noticed here, Peter said, they're looking for you. You're at the height of your popularity. The Gallup polls show you could run for office, you'd win. The height of your popularity. All you need to do is keep healing people and casting out demons. But Jesus did. No, that's not what I came for. I came to preach into other villages. That is what I came for. Jesus knew what he had come for. And it made me think, oh, when I know what I come for, Doug, why do you come to church? Or can you ask yourself that question, each of you? Why do you come to church? Or if you're not, why don't you come to church? I come to, I guess, to recharge. I come because it feels good to me. I come to learn a little bit about Christ and Christ's teachings and God. Oh, I do come for some of the socializing. I do, and the nice desserts we have afterwards. And sometimes the music is just unbelievable. Gives you goosebumps. Why do you come to church? It's a good question. Why do we come to church? Jesus chose to separate himself from all the drama, from all the stress. Let's see what he came to do. Let's see. And we'll go to verse 40. A man with leprosy came to him and begged him on his knees, if you are willing, you can make me whole. You can make me clean. A man came to Jesus. Now, did Jesus go to him, or did the man came to Jesus? No, the man came to Jesus, and he fell down his feet and said, if you are willing, you can make me clean. You see, this man had been quarantined. He's got leprosy. He's got Hansen's disease. You know, I was looking about leprosy. I saw in the 1980s, there were 5 million some cases in the world at that time. In 2020, it had been reduced to over, let's say, 200,000 cases. Most of those were in India. In 2023, we had 200 cases of leprosy in the United States. I didn't know that. Interestingly, 81% of that was in Florida. Must be the environment, I don't know. This man had leprosy. And you know, the thing about a leper, they had to have their hair unkept and their clothes, they had to have holes in their clothes. You know, we see kids these days, teenagers, you know, with holes in their blue jeans, and it's kind of, I guess, it's in style. I've even had blue jeans with holes in them. I kind of liked them myself. I had to get rid of them. But they had to also announce themselves unclean, and they had to put their hand over their mouth and go, unclean. I you see, they social distanced because they had to stay in a leper colony. And they had to have their hand over the mouth. And we say the Bible isn't relevant today. That happened 3,000 years ago. And we just went through that again, did we not? This leper came to Jesus and fell down at his feet. He took a chance. Because if you were a leper, if you got within 50 paces of a clean person, they had by law, a Levitical law, they could pick up a stone and throw it at you. If the unclean got near the clean, they could throw a stone at you. And the sorrowful thing about this text is we don't even know this man's name. We don't know if he had a wife, children. We don't know if he had a daughter. We don't know the last time he even hugged someone. We don't know if he ever, before he had leprosy, if he'd ever done good for people. We don't know anything about this man. We just know him by his issue. Isn't it awful to be known by your issue? I mean, I think we all have issues, don't we? We cover them up. We all have issues. What would we feel like to come into a room and everyone knows you by your issue? I remember in high school, I was trying to think of an example, and I remember in high school we had a young lady. Her temperament wasn't that great, but she had one blue eye and one brown eye. And people used to unmercifully tease her. That was her issue. Now, she wasn't, she gave as good as she got. But that was her issue. She was known by that issue. How would you like to be known as you walk through the door to church and known by your issue of maybe you harbor ill thoughts about people, or maybe you gossip too much? We all have issues. Maybe you suffer from anxiety. We try to cover them up, don't we? Your issues come before you. A leper was required by the law to live in a leper colony. And I told you when he came out, he had to yell out, "Unclean, unclean." Leprosy, or Hansen's disease, is a disease it's a bacterial infection that affects the nerves. It can turn the hands into nubs. Since it affects the nerves, you don't have good feeling anymore, and oftentimes you hurt yourself not meaning to, and maybe pick up something off the stove or something. It changes your facial features, your nose collapses. A horrible disease. This man was known by his leprosy. But here's a contrast. Jesus was known by his gifts, and this man was known by his issues. I want to show you something. I want to show you something. Put that there. This over here. If you might have a little scab, you're okay. If you have a little scab, you're okay. If you start to lose feeling around a white mark, well, you can hide it for a little while. You can put a coat over it for a little while. Nobody's going to send you away right yet. But you can't hide it for long because it'll come out on your face. The white spots will come. And when they see it, they'll send you to a priest. And the priest will quarantine you for 7 days to look at you again. And if the spot grows, then they quarantine you for another 7 days. And then after that, you can't be around people anymore. You get sent to a leper colony. And you know, it reminded me of this disease. It grows and grows and grows on you, and it sort of pushes people away, doesn't it? Pushes people away, pushes people away. Isn't that what shame is sort of like? Isn't that what shame is sort of like, pushing people away? This man, through shame, excuses, traditions, he fell at the feet of Jesus and said, if you are willing. It was a risky move for both of them. You see, by Levitical law, if a priest or a clean person were to touch an unclean person, the clean person becomes unclean. Jesus did what no one would do. He touched the man. The rabbi, the priest, did what no one else would do. Be clean. I speak that over every shameful heart we might have. Be clean. I speak that over every sorrowful past we might have endured. And I noticed something about this when I was reading this and going over it. Jesus touched the man. He didn't have to. You remember when the Roman centurion, the Roman official, came to Jesus and said, my servant, my son is dying, is ill. And he said, you don't even have to come, because I order people, come here, come there, and they do. And I know with just your word, you can heal my son. And he did. And Jesus turned and said, if ever I'd be able to have faith like this. He did not have to touch the leper. He could have just spoken the word. Lonely places are just for single people, are they? As I told you, we can be lonely around other people. We can be lonely around other people. Verse 44, I will sit here for just a moment. Verse 44. Jesus said, don't tell anybody that I healed you. But go to the priest and take the sacrifice that Moses has commanded for your cleanliness. Well, verse 45, the man told everybody. He told everybody. Now I can almost understand that. You know, I've lived in a leper colony for I don't know how many years, and I haven't hugged anybody in I don't know how long. I can almost understand that. But Jesus said, don't tell anyone. And he told everyone. And later in verse 45, it says, because of this, Jesus can no longer go into villages. He had to live outside in lonely places. Did you notice in the text that they traded places? Did you notice that they traded places? I want you to know God will always meet you where you are. God is within. And if you feel like, I don't know what to do about this relationship, I don't know what to do about the finances, I don't know what to do about what's coming up, I don't know how to handle this, all you have to do is ask, and their answer will be, I am willing. I am willing. I will never forsake you, nor never leave you. I am willing. Let's go within. Let's go within. God, thank you for touching us and letting us know that you are always willing. That river of love is always flowing. All we need to do is quit being so prideful. Quit trying to decide how to do it ourselves. Quit trying to be so boastful. All we need to do is open our heart to you, Lord. And it is so. Amen. Joyce will sing for us.
This is a song I wrote about the sun, calling the sun to come out, which it is, so it's working. But it's also an analogy, and it's asking your light to come out. So kind of in conjunction with the whole theme of loneliness, if you're sitting there feeling lonely and hidden, I'm calling your light to come out, because every single one of you is beauty and love and God. So that's another way to think about it. And I also invite you to sing with me or clap. So. You need to sing with me because I have COVID voice from before. I don't have COVID right now. Don't worry, I'm clean. Come out today, come out today, come out to play, come out to play, come out today, come out today, come out to play, come out to play, come out today, come out today, come out to play, come out to play, come out today, come out today, come out to play, come out to play, come out today. Come out today, come out to play, come out to play, come out today, come out today, come out to play, come out to play, come out today, come out today, come out to play. So you can clap too. All these opportunities to interact. Come out today, come out to play, come out to play. Come out to play, come out to play, come out today. Will you come out today? Come out to play, come out to play, come out to play, come out to play, come out to play. Will you come out to play? Come out to play, come out to play. Sun shining on through the clouds, shine on and on. Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you, I love you. Sun shining on through the clouds, shine on and on. Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you, I love you. I love you, I love you. Come out today, come out today, come out today. Will you come out today? Come out today, come out today, come out today. Will you come out today? Sun shining all through the clouds, shine on and on. Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Sun shining all through the clouds, shine on and on. love you, I love you. Sun shining on through the clouds, shining on and on. Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Shine on, shine on, shine on, shine on. Shine on, shine on through the clouds, shine on and on. Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you, I love you. I love you, I love you. Come out today.
Well, the TV screen says it's time for the blessing of the gifts. So let's do that right now. Will you recite with me? Today, I acknowledge God omnipresent as the source of all good, as the source of my good. With this acknowledgement, I accept His will, which is abundance in every aspect of my life. I release all thoughts of lack and limitation, and I am open and receptive to the increased flow of abundance to me right now. I joyfully accept the gifts of life and give freely of the special gift that I am. Through me, God omnipresent blesses and multiplies this gift for all. Thank you, dear God. Jan will share with us.
Good morning. And it is a good morning after all the things that have happened this morning. It is a good morning. Every day is a good day. So little things. So there you go. Anyhow, the flowers today, we had some money from where people had given me. They had $1 left here and there. And so I bought flowers this morning and going to give them to Pam because I think you need some sunshine today. So, so you're welcome. So now that you can have flowers and the cats don't take care of them, so yay. So anyhow, we still have some empty spaces on the flower calendar for the rest of the year. So please feel free to sign up for a Sunday or more than one Sunday. That would be great. Also still has some blank places for snacks. And we appreciate Jana bringing snacks today for Philip's birthday, which is tomorrow. So we can sing happy birthday to him. So.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Philip. Happy birthday to you.
And many more. Okay, well, the flooring didn't get put down this week again because of the snow. So this week is supposed to be 50 degrees. So we're trying again on Wednesday to have this happen. So third time is the charm, I do believe. So I'm going with that. So hopefully that will be done Wednesday, and it'll look really great Wednesday night for the AA group to have a meeting. Also, in our board meetings, we had talked about different things, and one of the things was we were going to have a Friends Sunday, but just to have one Friends Sunday doesn't always work because people say, well, I can't come on that Sunday, I can't come on this Sunday, whatever. So for the rest of the year, the first Sunday of every month, bring your friends to church. You can bring them anytime, but that's going to be a special the Sunday that we're going to just do that. So hopefully at least one of the Sundays will work for somebody. So we're going to do that. Also, we said we're going to start having some dinners out. So the first one we hope will be March the 15th, which is a Saturday night, and we'll be celebrating St. Patrick's Day. So we think it's going to be at the Green Goat. We'll let you know for sure if we can get reservations for the room, but that's the plans for right now. You didn't have class Wednesday night, and we didn't have coffee either this week. So everything hopefully will be back to normal this week. So anyhow, Wednesday at 5 o'clock, the reading, and at 6:30, the social hour. So feel free to come to all of those. 1 o'clock tomorrow, game day here at 1 o'clock with Ann, and just everybody come that wants to come out and do something. The weather's getting better, so it'll be, I'll get you my thing for people to come out and join. Do you have anything, Rita? Okay, well, thank you, Doug, for that message. As always, it's always good and for beautiful music, as always. And anyhow, I know that you always hear me say, be kind, be kind, be kind, so I'm just saying it again. But I'm also going to say, we hear a lot of things all week, negative stuff, negative, negative. So I know that we also have good things going on. So next week, I'm going to start asking you what good thing happened to you this week. We used to do that a long time ago, and so I'm going to do it again. So be prepared, because I might just call on your name to say, what happened good to you this week? So anyhow, when I'm getting really down or not feeling so great, I get a video just about every day from my great niece and nephew. And if that don't make you happy, nothing will. So it's always a joy to get that. So that's always a good news thing for me just about every day. So anyhow, anybody else got anything? If not, we're gonna go eat some cake. Okay.
Let's prepare just a little bit more before we eat cake. This is, as Douglas said, this is perhaps the most important part of our day, and we're going to prepare ourselves for the week to come. Just take a moment to breathe with me. Just take a deep breath and let it all out. And take a deep breath and let it all out. I want you all to feel connected, because you are. I feel very connected to you right now. And we are in a state of blessed healing power right now. All of us here in this room, with all of our differences, breathing together, being connected as a spiritual family. Let's use this power to wrap this tormented world in love. There are so many wonderful things happening. And we mustn't let the little spots of unclean issues devour us or our friends. Let the love of God enfold you. Feel the love of God in and around this whole church, all of you together. As Joy said earlier, let the light out. Let the healing power of God's love come out of you right now, with all of us together. Imagine the suffering people being relieved. Imagine all suffering being relieved. Know, not imagine, but know that our shared faith enfolds everything that is fearful, dangerous, scary, painful. Thank you all for your healing power. Thank you, beloved, loving God. Take a moment. Just take a moment alone with our church family and heal this community and heal this country, heal these families. Heal the world. Thank you, beloved God. Thank you, friends. Amen. Let's stand together and sing our joy song.
Thank you all for being here, being an expression of God's love this week.